He started piano lessons about a year or so ago, and that's just blown up. I mean, he's playing music every day, and there's new songs coming out right and left. There's always something cooking in that brain of his. It's fun to watch him explore new things and to show me new things, show our son new things.
One of my first memories of having Fletcher behind the drum set with me, it's just, oh my God, it's the cutest, most adorable thing. But it was from that moment I knew this kid had rhythm, like really had internal rhythm. I had him where he could sit on, as a drum phone like this, sit on it behind the drum set. And I was standing behind him where he was just sitting on it, and he didn't have drumsticks. And I'm doing this little tom beat, this right? And he's looking, he kind of looks over the camera, he kind of cocks his head, then he starts going. And it was like the cutest freaking thing ever. So from that moment on, I was like, this kid's got rhythm, man. It was really cool. I've, started off on drums, moved over to guitar, play a little bit of bass, a little bit of keys. I kind of play almost anything, but always wanted to really play piano. Started taking official, actual piano lessons, me and Fletcher did, with a friend of mine, Megan, about a year ago. And during that time, Megan, she was so smart for doing this. Instead of making me learn sort of the beginner books and learn how to read music and all that stuff, she was like, you're a songwriter. You know what you want. Let me show you how to find common tones. And all, she's like, show me how to go all the way up and down the board and not hit a funky note, in that key. And that just, my brain went, oh.
These songs just kind of started pouring out of him. I mean, he would come up with one thing, and before he even had that one finished, he was working on the next two. I think learning the piano and us picking up a piano to have here at the house so he could play on it whenever he wanted to is the catalyst to really bring this piece of work together.
I got out of bed one morning, hopped in the shower, and as soon as I turned the water on, it was almost like the universe or source or God or whatever you want to call it was like, boom, this is yours. And all I heard was, let's not talk about the weather. I'm in the fucking shower, and you hear that, and you're like, then what, right? I rush to the shower, I gotta get to work, get out, grab my voice memo recorder, so, sing that part. Just to ease our troubled minds, if our souls ain't feeling it, there'd be no breeze to catch a ride on. Let's not talk about the news. It's really R&B, it's this vibey 1970s. I hear these pillowy drums and this really buttery, creamy bass.
I remember he sent me this idea, the version that he recorded up in Vegas. Let's skip the small talk. Hey, that song title to me is classic. It's cool. Makes you want to hear the song. I heard his version. I heard him sing it. I heard all the instrumentation, even to his drumming that Jeremy, recorded the drums on. He's a multi-instrumentalist. The guy is talented. So I said, Jeremy, let's record. Let's skip the small talk in my studio. It's set up for it. I mean, that's what I do. I record drums all the time in my studio. Please, I love the song. He said yes. I don't know. I felt partial to that song. Because to me, he sounded a little bit like Michael McDonald, and he had this classic Eagles 70s vibe on it. The guy can play anything, and he writes great lyrics. I mean, that's what was the attraction, was Jeremy was hearing his lyrics and his song structure and chords. It's very unique.
Without me even asking, he became connected to my new project, and he said, we have to get your music in front of the right people. What do we have to do? I was already kind of emboldened by this new song I had written, but now I had a guy who has been in the industry for 25 years, and he believes in my music. I'm doing something right.
When I actually heard the demo of Big City Dreams, I was just blown away because the style of writing was very Broadway, New York, theatrical, TV, like in the way that he was orchestrating his parts and how he sang on it. And I remember I was at this hotel in LA. We have a hotel called the Sunset Marquis, where every rock star, every actor, producers, they hang out. It's where it's the old school, it's the napkin deal. You know, you rub elbows with somebody, you don't know who's next to you. Well, my buddy is in town, big producer named Brian Howes, who he and I have done many records from like Purse Cornell. He's produced Nickelback, Avril, to Linkin Park. He's done stuff with, but I played him the demo version that he sent me. And he was like, who is this singer and what the song is? And I said, let me show you him first, because it fits him. And he was like, this guy's got it.
I reached out to Jared, my best friend, and I was like, hey man, I want to recut the bass line. It's just, I needed something different. So Jared knows everybody. And Jared's standing in my office at my house, and he goes, I have a question. Yeah, what's up? He goes, why don't we have Matt do it? And I feel like I should explain to you how I felt when he said that. My brain was like, yeah, right. You know, like, yeah, sure. Yeah, you let me know when he's ready, right? And no shit. Jared made it happen.
The way that this all kind of came together, this recording session, it's actually kind of a funny story, because I think he was connected to us through Jared McDowell, J-Man, who's like our mutual friend, you know, somebody that like knows everybody in the scene, and somebody that we both love very much and are super close to. But he had kind of connected the dots there and was like, you should go down to Orb and you should, you know, work on some of these ideas there. And I think he knew that I had this Motown background, and that was really something that meant a lot to me. So I think that he sort of drew that conclusion that like, you should have Matt play on this song, because that's the vibe of the song, that's what you're going for. And so when he came down and I played on the song, it was just a session. It was a cool song and it was really fun to play on. But it was just one of those things where I think it was just sort of said casually in passing, like his writing style and the style of his music reminded me a lot of the Eagles. It was like Motown meets the Eagles, and I was like, man, my favorite Eagles song is I Can't Tell You Why.
And he agreed to lay down the bass tracks, and so I came down to Orb Studios in Austin and cut pristine vocal tracks, let me just tell you. And Matt laid down just this bass line that was meant for R&B, sexy 70s. Like, it's spot on.
I think it just felt kind of natural at some point for him to be like, well, what do you think about working on my songs? And I was like, I'll be getting off tour. It's kind of perfect timing. Like, I'd love to help you out. He brought in all these fantastic players. Let's see how it goes. And then if that goes well, then we'll probably have a pretty regular working relationship. And I think that's already seems to be the case.
So that's really kind of how this whole thing got going. And as time progressed, you know, Matt and I are connected now, and we get along really well, and there's just really good chemistry. So we're messaging each other back and forth, songs, and us sending these kind of, you know, demoed ideas. And he was like, dude, this is really good. A few months later, here we are. We're in the studio, and we're going to create this really nice package. So this is sort of my big, like, well, let's just go for it.